That's right. The Nintendo 64. I was always going to get round to a console that briefly took me away from Sega, because I traded in my Mega Drive, my 32X, my Mega CD, all of its games for Nintendo 64, Super Mario 64 in 1996. I regret it now, not because I hated the console, because I loved my N64, but certainly a lot of money lost, shall we say, looking back at how much some of them games are worth. So we're here on 1080 Snowboarding as the first game of the N64. We've got to go with Ricky Winterburn or Winterborn, I don't know. Just because again he's in green and it's my favourite colour. So I've never played 1080 Snowboarding. I know it was a popular game, and it had a sequel on the GameCube, I want to say. I don't believe it's been seen since then. I might be wrong, and if I am, I apologise. Okay, so this is a racing game, I think. Don't know if you do tricks as well, like Tony Hawk. So, wow. Okay, so if you do tricks, you don't do them like that, to be clear. But graphically, it's not bad. Quite smooth looking. Yeah, not a bad little game to look at, considering its age. Snowboarding's never really been, apart from SSX, I have to absolutely caveat with that, which was a phenomenal game, series of games even, on the PlayStation 2. It's never been a series I've had much exposure to, a genre should I say, but this handles quite well. I don't know if there's something I'm going to be doing to... Oh dear. I'm meant to be doing to go faster, but he seems quite slow. And that one fall at the very start has put me seemingly a mile behind my competitor. But oh well. Yeah, the N64 to me was an unbelievable system. The jump cannot be put into words, really. If you went from the Mega Drive to the N64, as I did, I actually got an N64 before my PlayStation 1, about maybe 6 months before, and it all came about because of I still think I remember the number actually, issue 181, I believe it was, of Computer and Video Games magazine in the UK, or CVG. I'm doing terrible here, as it was known colloquially. I've retired even. I've damaged myself that much. Yeah, and that had screenshots of Mario 64 and Mario Kart 64 in there, and I frankly didn't believe what I was looking at, to be clear. I genuinely didn't think it was real. Yeah, Mario 64, I think I'll probably have to complete that entire game when we get around to it, which I'm quite happy to do. There's a few games on the N64 that share a really special place in my heart. Mario 64, GoldenEye, Diddy Kong Racing, Perfect Dark, Mischief Makers, classic from Treasure, totally forgotten game, needs to be loved a lot more than it is. Pilot Wings 64, Wave Race 64, Mario Kart 64. I really could go on and on. Top Gear Rally. I loved my N64, but it's a system that I think, in my mind's eye, although I'm not necessarily correct looking at how 1080 is looking and playing, which is quite good, is a system that I don't believe has really stood the test of time very well. I don't think it holds up too well, but maybe I'm wrong, and approaching the games in this format will be interesting for sure. I've really not played much N64 since I had the system. I've played GoldenEye a few times, which sadly gameplay wise does not hold up. Mario 64 I played on the Nintendo DS. And I think I got a few. Oh my god, how did I forget Lilac Wars as well, i.e. Star Fox 64. I had that on the Wii Virtual Console as well. Another great game. 1080, to return to this one. I mean, I don't want to be overly critical because it's clearly me not playing well. I'm falling over all the time, but I don't know, it just seems to lack a bit of character, really. One-on-one racing, the tricks don't seem to be a big deal. Let's see what other modes there is. Yeah, SSX though on PS2 was the king of snowboarding games. I mean, that was just unbelievable. And it needs to come back. It came back once, and I quite enjoyed the PS3 game actually. Doesn't get much love, but I didn't mind it. But yeah, I think it needs to come back wholesale. Great series. And 1080, it was Nintendo's own snowboarding series. This was made internally. It was exclusive to the system. And I remember it being very, very well regarded. Graphically, if that was one of the main things, you have to say it's held up quite well. You know, it's very solid looking. It's not got that foggy N64 distance problem that you see sometimes when you return to N64 games. I know Turok really does not stand up because of that. But yeah, it's not a bad looking game. It handles very well, smooth to play, good soundtrack that suits the game. I just think it's a little bit dull, perhaps, but that's probably more so just because I'm approaching it from a modern outlook. Just trying this game mode out. So on this I have to get these flags which extend my time in an outrun type manner. I am really not good at 1080 snowboarding, is what we can clearly tell here. But yeah, I can't really be critical of the game itself. It's definitely stood up in terms of the gameplay and look of the game. And I can imagine that this was a seriously impressive game back when it came out, for sure. As I say, it did get a sequel or a remaster, I'm not sure which, on the Nintendo GameCube. I think it was a sequel, but I don't think it's been seen since, so a bit weird. It's the sort of game that you'd imagine get it on the Switch, maybe with a online suite of modes, multiple people racing, not just one-on-one. Could do quite well. We'll see what the other modes were. But yeah, it's not a bad little game. Not really my cup of tea, if I'm honest, but I can understand why it's well regarded. So we'll see what Trick Attack is. We'll go with the main guy, seeing as Kensuke Kimachi was the first person that he could choose, and I've just avoided him each time. And we'll go Goofy with my stance. Let's try a different level. Golden Forest. We'll try that. Let's see what it looks like at least. But yeah, I think I'm wrapping this brief look at 1080 snowboarding up. So I'm assuming with this one, best score, yeah, you probably just have to trick to extend your time, I'm guessing, which is something I won't be able to do because I can't stand up. Yeah, so 1080 snowboarding. It's a cool little game. I think it holds up quite well.